Is it impossible to take nice photos with a macro lens in this weather, this time of the year in Stockholm? Or did I just have a bad day the last time I went out? That was the question on my mind today as I took the bus out to Erstavik to begin my long walk back to civilization. I always learn new things every time I go out. Last time, when I had a failed photo walk, I think part of the reason was that I was nowhere near moving water. When there are no insects to photograph or flowers or other plants, the best bet to get nice macro and close-ups is water, in ice or liquid form. So today I went to the coast, where I knew there was going to be some water. I had never been in this area before and I didn't even know that there was a running stream here. But I heard it as I walked by and it's a perfect spot to get some nice abstract black and white macro photos. Whenever I try to freeze action without a flash, I try to have 1,000 of a second in shutter speed. That tends to freeze most kinds of action. This kind of photo walk where I look for beautiful and interesting details is great to do with the 90mm macro lens from Olympus because it has a 180mm equivalent in focal length, and that kind of reach suits itself very good to find details, even though in some situations it is a bit too tight. Like here. I would have liked to have a bit more of the read here in the frame. It is always a blessing when you are lucky enough to get some great photos early in the photo walk. For me, it really makes the rest of the walk a lot more fun and inspiring. Now I can't fail since I already have a few nice photos. At the core, I am someone who really appreciates colors a lot. So it took a while to get used to black and white photography for me. But now I really love it, and I think it is perfect for this kind of season where there aren't that many colors outside anyway. There is, however, a lot of contrast, and that is perfect to shoot in black and white. A great project for any photographer to do is to go out every week of the year and try to get some beautiful photos. No matter what season or weather it is, just try to get some nice photos. If you do this for a few years, you will in the end find good subjects, good ways to do photography for every weather and season around where you live, and that makes photography so much more fun and interesting. And I think that I have finally found the last piece of this puzzle for me, and that is what to photograph in February, in the worst part of winter. And I think that black and white, close-ups and macros and details like I'm doing today is what I should photograph this time of year around where I live. I found these nice thin sheets of ice that had a lot of details and air bubbles in them. But I had to do some processing of these photos to make them look good. And the biggest problem I have found when doing black and white photography is that the resulting image is often far too flat and low contrast, and it's almost unusable. But what you should do is this. Go to the curves and just drag the bottom and the top to where the information in the image is, and you will get a nice contrasty punchy photo, and this works very well pretty much every time. I always do this for black and white photos to make them look punchy and contrasty. Another thing you always want in black and white photos is the right kind of contrast already when you're taking the photo. And a good way to do that is to just twist the subject until you have the right kind of background. Look at the difference between these two photos. It is quite striking what I did by only twisting so that the background changed. And by the way, none of the photos in this video are stacked, they are all single shots. I didn't really feel the need for stacking today. I like some blurred backgrounds and some short depth of field once in a while. Today was a really nice, enjoyable photo walk. My plan was actually to walk quite a bit into town, but I ended up staying in the area where I got off the bus for like 2 hours. I simply found an abundance of interesting and beautiful details to photograph, the ones I've shown you in this video. Here, by the way, is another example of changing the angle to get better contrast. Have a look at this switch. Same subject, just slightly different angle. After around 2 hours, I felt like I had done enough photo walking for today. I think 2 hours is a great time span for a photo walk. Enough to get some good photos, but not enough to get bored. Thank you for watching this video and see you soon again.